We have this thing that we are calling experiential understanding, which is really, in Buddhist terminology, insight, where the mind becomes very still and it leaves, apparently, seemingly leaves a gap where profound understandings come from. And it's it's really the basis behind insight meditation, or what is called vipassana meditation. And in doing this, one of the realizations is that in the Buddha helped point out that one of the realizations is emptiness, or the idea that everything is constantly changing from what it is into something else. So everything is morphing, everything is, it's often said, rising and falling, everything is changing. So this impermanence is the basis behind this. It's called impermanence, but it's not really that things are being born and that they're dying. And it's much more profound than that. It's that there is no beginning or no ending to anything whatsoever. That we can't find a beginning to the existence of any form, or particularly a thought, an idea. There's no beginning or ending. There's no beginning to a tree. There's no ending to a tree. A tree starts from a seedling. Where does the seedling come from? From another tree. When a tree's life ends, we think of it as dying, but there's a decaying. It's just changing form. It's changing into what nourishes the forest floor. It turns into fertilizer for the other trees, for the other plants. So it's changing form. It's not ending. There's no ending to anything. There's no beginning to anything. It seems like there's a progression because we can't back that up. I mean, we can't reverse that effect. So it almost seems like there's a time element involved. But there is no space in time, so we can't section off these experiences. We can't say, this is where this experience began, this is where the experience ended. We can't say, this is where the story began, this is where the story ends. Because there's no beginning or ending to a life, an idea, or anything. It's just a constant flow. And it's not experiences that we can really relate to. It's experience. It's one experience. So I cannot have this experience and somebody else have the same experience. And when we think in terms of that, there is really only one experience that is happening in the world. It's called life. Life is unfolding. It's not my life. It's not your life. It's just life unfolding as it presents itself to all things, to everything. The profundity of this insight, this understanding, is that there's a profound freedom in the fading away of attachment, the fading away of a desire for material things, and desire to hang on to beliefs, desires to become or to be something. Because these changes to be or become something happens on its own. There's nothing we can do to change that. We're not in control of this thing called experience, this thing called life. There's no beginning and no ending. We can't stop anything. We can't start anything. It's just a flow. We find something that we want or that we like, and we want to freeze that in time, but we can't. We can't stop it. We find something we don't like, and actually we can be thankful that it is going to change, because it'll change on its own. So the impermanence, or the impermanence is not that there's a birth and a death, it's that there's constant change happening. Where's the freedom from that? What is this all about? Where's this leading to? Anytime that we approach an experience without an end, without a beginning, anytime we approach an experience without preference and without resistance, we find freedom. We find true freedom. This is the non-dual perspective. There's no separation between ourselves and other. There's no separation from ourselves and the experiences that we encounter, including the things that we approach and the things that we believe, things that we witness and see, smell, touch, taste. So whenever we have difficulties in our life, every time we have difficulties in our life, we just simply ask, if we want to turn this into a practice, that is, we just simply ask, am I looking for a preference, or is there resistance to this situation, to this experience that I'm having at the moment? Thank you.